Hello, very good morning to all of you. Welcome back to the video lecture series. Dear friends, we are discussing the protein analysis part of this food analysis chapter. Yesterday we have seen the two methods, that is Dumas nitrogen combustion method and the IR spectroscopy method for the protein analysis. Today we are going to see the next method, and that is known as, this is fourth method, biuret method. The title is biuret method. So in this biuret method, what is the principle? The principle is very simple. Actually there is a formation of complex. Formation of complex takes place between the cupric ions, that is Cu2 plus. Cu2 plus ions are known as cupric ions and Cu plus ions are known as cuprous ions, okay, because it is low valent. Low valent ions are having the suffix OUS and the higher valent ions are having the suffix IC, okay. So these are Cu2 plus, that is cupric ions are there, and these cupric ions in the solution, they are forming a complex, a colored complex is formed between these cupric ions and a peptide bond present in the proteins. So okay, so that's why a colored complex is formed between these cupric ions and these peptide bonds, okay. The nitrogen in the peptide bond is having lone pair of electron, and that are used here for the donation of electrons for formation of coordinate bond with these cupric ions, okay. So cupric ions, Cu2 plus ions are forming as a central metal ion in this complex, okay, and that complex is very dark violet purple color complex. Violet purple color complex is formed, okay, and the intensity of absorption is important here, and that is absorbed by using UV visible spectroscopy, okay. So that's why this is a technique in used in the biuret method, okay. So what is the principle? So the cupric ions, Cu2 plus ions and the peptide bonds, they are combining together, peptide bonds from the protein part of the food sample. They are forming a complex, and that colored complex is a violet purple color, in violet and purple in color, okay. The condition for this formation of colored complex is alkaline condition, okay. This is alkaline condition, and that means we are using a base, that is NaOH, KOH, etc., okay. And the absorbance of this is made at 540 nanometer at this wavelength, that is lambda max 540 nanometer. And what is the main principle is that this absorption is directly proportional to the protein contained. This absorption of this radiation, UV radiation or visible radiation, is directly proportional to the protein contained in the food sample, okay. So this is the principle behind this method known as biuret method. Now the procedure, what is the procedure here? Procedure is again very simple. So a 5 ml biuret reagent is used. 5 ml biuret reagent is used, okay. So what is this biuret reagent? Biuret reagent is nothing but a combination of copper sulfate, sodium hydroxide NaOH, and a sodium potassium tartarate, okay. So it's a bisalt of this tartaric acid, sodium and potassium salt of tartaric acid is there, okay. So this salt is used, okay, along with the copper sulfate. Copper sulfate is the source of Cu2 plus ions and NaOH for the alkaline condition, for the alkaline medium of this reaction. The sodium potassium tartarate is used to stabilize these cupric ions in this reaction medium, okay, to stabilize these cupric ions in the reaction condition, okay. So this 5 ml biuret reagent is taken with the 1 ml protein solution reagent, with the 1 ml protein solution sample. It is shaken well, okay, and the reaction between them takes place. Then after standing for 10 to 15 minutes, after standing So allow to stand the reaction mixture between these two to give a time for the formation of a color complex between these cupric ions and these peptide bonds from the protein. Okay, allow to stand for 10 to 15 minutes. After 10 to 15 minutes, measure the absorbance of that solution. Measure the absorbance of that solution at 540 nanometer. So it is just like a UV visible spectrophotometry determination. Okay, for that we are requiring a UV visible spectrophotometer or simply colorimeter, but better results are obtained in the UV visible spectrophotometer. Okay, so absorbance is measured at 540 nanometers. So this is the lambda max, and what at this lambda max, what is the absorbance value, a value that could be taken from that readout or display unit of that instrument. Okay, but if the solution is not clear, if the solution of the test solution that we are going to use for the absorbance measurement, if it is not clear, then filtration or centrifugation is needed. Filtration, we have to filter or centrifuge that material, hence we should get a clear cut solution. Okay, then at the last we know that in all these spectrophotometric titrations or spectrophotometric determination, we have to draw a concentration versus absorbance curve. We have to draw a graph, a plot of concentration versus absorbance curve using BSA, that is bovine serum albumin. Bovine serum albumin is the reagent, okay, which is used as a standard reagent for this estimation of protein in the food samples. Okay, so this BSA reagent is used to standardize these results obtained from this protein analysis of the food sample. Okay, now applications. So what are the applications of this fourth method, that is biuret method? This method can be used to determine the protein content of the food sample for meat, for cereals, etc. Okay, then what are the advantages? The advantages are, it is less expensive than Gel-Dal method. Okay, so Gel-Dal method is somewhat expensive, and this biuret method is not expensive, it is cheaper method. Okay, then it is less color deviations are observed. So color deviations, the complex is having violet purple color, this is a standard color. So if we are having a deviations from this standard color, then such test or such methods are not so useful. So this is the advantage, that we are not getting more color deviations. Then no interference of other substituents present in the food sample. For example, if carbohydrates, sugars, then phospholipids, phosphates groups are present in our food sample, then they may interfere to the analysis. So that's why such interference is not observed in this biuret method. Then it does not detect non-proteinous nitrogen. This is one of the most important advantage. It does not detect non-proteinous nitrogen. As we have seen that in Gel-Dal method or in nitrogen combustion method, second method and first method, okay, in both of these method, whatever the nitrogen present in our food sample, that is in either proteinous or non-proteinous part, all the nitrogen present that in that food sample is get converted into the nitrogen. Okay, and all the nitrogen is get detected at the final analysis. So that is not useful for the protein content analysis, but by using biuret method you could get the exact results of exact protein content of the food sample. Okay, so that's why this method is very superior as far as the protein analysis is done. Then it may have some disadvantages. These are absorbance contributed from bile pigments. The absorbance that we are detecting by using spectrophotometer or colorimeter, this absorbance is maybe, some of the absorbance is may be contributed from the bile pigments. Okay, so this is one of the disadvantages, and color varies with different proteins. This is the important disadvantage, that when protein type is changing, then color formation of that complex is also changing. Okay, so this is the about the fourth method, that is biuret method number 4 for the protein analysis of the food sample. Now let us move to the fifth method, and this fifth method is related to the title is Lowry method. Okay, so this Lowry method, actually it is a combination of biuret reaction. So this is a biuret reaction. It is a combination of biuret reaction and a reduction of FCP reagent. Reduction of FCP reagent. So what is this FCP reagent? Choline CO-colchi phenol reagent. Choline CO-colchi phenol reagent. Okay, so along with the biuret reaction, okay, in addition to that, there is a reduction of FCP reagent. Who reduces this FCP reagent? This FCP reagent is get reduced by the tyrosine and tryptophan residues. Tyrosine and tryptophan are the alpha amino acids found in the proteins in the food sample, and their residues are responsible for the reduction of this FCP reagent in the protein. Okay, and what is the inference here? The inference is that bluish color is formed. Bluish color is formed by the reaction of this with our food sample, with our protein sample present in the food sample. Okay, and this bluish color formation is measured by absorbance spectroscopy at 750 nanometer or 550 nanometer. Okay, these are the lambda max. Then what is the procedure? The procedure is like that. The protein samples is diluted. The protein sample that we have to analyze is diluted at 20 to 100 microgram. So this is the specific range for that we are going to use here for the analysis. 20 to 100 microgram is the specific range for the protein analysis by this Lowry method. Then sodium potassium tartarate and sodium carbonate solution is added after cooling to 10 minutes. Okay, after cooling means the protein sample is diluted 20 to 100 microgram, and then they are incubated. Incubated means we are heating that sample, protein sample we are heating at a high temperature. Then after cooling we have to add here sodium potassium tartarate and sodium carbonate solution. Then after addition of this reagent, then add copper sulfate, just like that, just like our biuret method, because this method is a combination of biuret method and reduction of FCP reagent. Okay, so that's why we have to add again here copper sulfate, sodium potassium tartarate and NaOH solution that we were added in the biuret method. Copper sulfate, sodium potassium tartarate and sodium hydroxide NaOH solution. Okay, this sodium potassium tartarate is used to stabilize these cupric ions present in the reaction mixture. Then add freshly prepared choline reagent. Add freshly prepared choline reagent. This FCP reagent means this is choline reagent. Choline CO-colchi phenol reagent is freshly prepared and it is added. And then the mixture is incubated at 50 degrees Celsius. The mixture is incubated means incubator is there. It is one of the type of device or equipment is there, and at that temperature 50 degrees Celsius we are incubating this reaction mixture for about 10 minutes. Then after this is the procedure is over here. Then final is measurement of absorbance. So absorbance is measured at 650 nanometer. 650 nanometer. Okay, and in this case again we have to use a standard curve for the concentration versus absorbance curve, and it is generally used for BSA. The same reagent is used here. BSA is used, that is bovine serum albumin reagent is used For estimation of protein, BSA standard is used. Bovine serum albumin standard curve is used. Okay. Then applications. What are the applications? Same here. This method is Lowry method is used for the protein analysis present in the food sample. Okay. So this is a very versatile method, as we can use it for the analysis of proteins in different food stuffs. Then the advantages. It is very sensitive. It is very sensitive than the Geldal method as well as biuret method. Okay. Then it is less affected less affected by the turbidity of the solution, turbidity of the sample. If there is any turbidity, then this turbidity does not affect the analysis part of protein. This method is very specific for the protein, and it is very simple method is there for the follow for the protein analysis. Then there are disadvantages are also there. The color, that this bluish color formed by the reaction of this biuret and FCP and our protein sample, this color varies with different proteins. As the type of protein is changing, type of protein means the protein is made up of a combination of different amino acids. When the combination of these different amino acids is changing, type of protein is changing, and as type of protein is changing, the color variation is also changing. So this is variation and disadvantage. Then reaction is interfered. This reaction may get interfered by the presence of sucrose, sugar molecules, lipids, ammonium sulfate, etc. present in the sample solution. Okay. So these are some disadvantages found in the Lowry method. Okay. So both of these methods are in front of you, that is biuret method and Lowry method. Both these methods are very similar to each other. Okay. So this is the basic method and this is the advanced method, because this is the combination of biuret method along with the reduction of FCP reagent by the tyrosine and tryptophan residues of the amino acid present in the protein sample. Okay. So both of these methods can be used for the analysis of proteins. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.